Have you ever wondered how airports make money? Airports are more than just transit points for travelers. They're complex, multifaceted businesses with diverse revenue streams. These revenue streams, ranging from airline fees to retail rentals, help keep airports operational and profitable. Understanding how airports generate income provides insight into the intricate workings of the aviation industry. So, buckle up and prepare for takeoff as we journey through the financial landscape of airports. Stay tuned as we uncover how airports turn a profit. One of the most common ways airports earn is through airline takeoff and landing fees. Now, these fees aren't just arbitrary numbers pulled from thin air, they're meticulously calculated based on the weight of the aircraft. You see, heavier aircraft require more runway space and exert more wear and tear on the airport infrastructure, which justifies a higher fee. But that's not all. There's a little twist in the tale. Ever wondered why flights always seem to be in such a hurry to take off? Well, part of it is to maintain the schedule, but it's also because airports can impose fines on airlines for late takeoffs. This serves a dual purpose. It incentivizes punctuality and adds another revenue stream for the airports. It's a bit like a parking meter. The longer you stay, the more you pay. Only in this case, the parking lot is a bustling runway, and the cars are colossal jet airliners. It's a unique system that underscores the intricate economics of running an airport. But don't be fooled into thinking it's all about the big metal birds. While takeoff and landing fees are certainly important, they're just one piece of the airport revenue puzzle. The true financial landscape of airports is much more complex and diversified, with money flowing in from a multitude of sources. This is just the beginning, there's more to the story. So buckle up as we take off into the fascinating world of airport economics. Airports also generate income by renting out gate and passenger check-in spaces. Indeed, this is a substantial part of the airport revenue puzzle. It's like a dance, where airlines pay for the privilege to twirl their aircraft in the embrace of the airport's infrastructure. Every gate, every check-in desk, is a potential goldmine for airports. They lease these spaces to airlines, providing them with the vital facilities they need to operate. And it's not just a one-size-fits-all deal. The costs can vary depending on a range of factors, such as the size of the airline, the frequency of flights, and even the time of day. During peak hours, when the demand for gates and check-in spaces is high, airports can charge a premium, making these hours particularly lucrative. It's a delicate balancing act of supply and demand, ensuring that all the players get their fair share of the dance floor. But that's not all, there's more. A significant revenue stream for airports comes from selling slots to airlines. Now you might be wondering, what exactly are these slots? Well, in the aviation industry, a slot isn't a part of an airplane or a tiny gap where you insert a coin. Instead, it's a specific time period during which an airline can take off or land its aircraft at an airport. Imagine it as a lease on exclusivity. When an airport sells a slot to an airline, it's granting that airline the exclusive right to operate a flight from that airport to a particular destination at a specific time for an agreed number of years. It's like having your own reserved parking space in a crowded city. You have the peace of mind knowing that it will always be available for you, no matter how busy things get. Now, why would airlines buy these slots? The answer lies in the intense competition in the aviation industry. The more popular and in-demand a destination is, the more airlines want to operate flights to that destination. And with a limited number of slots available at any given time, airlines are more than willing to pay a premium for these coveted timeframes. And we're not talking about small change here. The prices for these slots can go sky high, quite literally. For example, popular and in-demand slots can sell for tens of millions of dollars. Yes, you heard me right, tens of millions. That's a significant chunk of change that goes directly into an airport's revenue stream, but it's not just about the money. Selling slots also allows airports to manage and control their traffic efficiently, ensuring smooth operations and maintaining safety standards. It's a win-win situation for both airports and airlines. So the next time you're at an airport waiting for your flight, remember that the airline you're flying with has probably paid a hefty sum for the privilege of taking off or landing at that specific time. Slots are a golden goose for airports, but there's still more to explore. Non-airline revenue plays a huge part in an airport's income. Let's talk about overpriced parking first. When you pull into an airport parking lot, you might feel a little pinch in your wallet. That's because airports often charge hefty fees for parking, especially for long-term stays. In some cases, you might end up paying more for a week's parking than for a short-haul flight ticket. This parking revenue alone forms a substantial chunk of an airport's non-airline income. Then there are passenger drop-off fees. Ever notice that hefty fee you're charged just to drop off a loved one for a flight or pick them up? It might seem a tad excessive, especially considering you're only there for a few minutes. But these fees are another way airports boost their non-airline revenue. Now let's stroll into the terminal. Have you ever wondered why airports have so many retail shops? It's not just for your shopping convenience. Airports rent out retail space at a premium to various stores, from high-end boutiques to convenience stores. In some cases, the airport might even own the franchise of the retailer operating within the terminal. And sometimes the retailer doesn't pay a straightforward rental fee. Instead, they give the airport a cut of their turnover. This can be incredibly lucrative for the airport. As we walk further into the terminal, you might notice a lot of advertisements. From billboards to digital screens, airports sell advertising space within their terminals. Given the millions of passengers passing through each month, this advertising revenue can be quite significant. And then there are the food and beverage outlets. From full-service restaurants to coffee shops and snack bars, every meal or drink you buy contributes to the airport's revenue. Similar to the retail shops, these food and beverage outlets either pay a rental fee or a percentage of their turnover to the airport. So, the next time you're at an airport, take a moment to look around. Every parking lot, every retail shop, every advertisement, and even the coffee you're sipping while waiting for your flight, everything is part of a well-designed strategy to generate revenue. And that's not all. There are various other non-airline revenue sources, such as charging for luggage trolleys, renting out office space in the airport, providing VIP lounges, and even charging airlines for using airport facilities like maintenance hangars. In conclusion, non-airline revenue is a significant part of an airport's income. It's not just about planes landing and taking off, it's about making every square foot of the airport property work hard to generate income. From the moment you enter the airport to the moment you leave, every step you take, every purchase you make, contributes to the airport's revenue. Now you see how every corner of an airport is designed to generate revenue. Airports also spice things up by hosting special events and promotions. These aren't just random occurrences, but an integral part of their business strategy to enhance revenue. Let's peek behind the curtain to understand how this works. Airports are often buzzing with millions of passengers each month. This constant flow of people provides a unique opportunity for businesses to engage with a diverse and captive audience. From product launches to promotional campaigns, airports become a vibrant stage for companies to showcase their offerings. But how does this translate into money for the airport? Well, companies pay a pretty penny for the exclusivity of holding their events in such a high-footfall location. It's like renting a primetime slot on television. You're paying for the eyeballs and potential customers. Let's consider a fashion brand launching a new collection. They might set up a pop-up store or a flashy display in the terminal. The airport charges them a fee for this space and time, adding a significant chunk to their revenue. Moreover, these events also add to the ambiance and passenger appeal, making the airport more than just a transit hub. They transform the airport into a dynamic marketplace, a venue for cultural events, or even a launch pad for the latest tech gadgets. This symbiotic relationship not only benefits the airports and businesses, but also enhances the passenger experience. Who wouldn't enjoy a little entertainment or retail therapy while waiting for their flight? So, the next time you see a cool event or promotion at the airport, remember, even fun events are a part of the airport's business strategy. Have you ever thought about how much you, as a passenger, contribute to an airport's income? Let's delve into this fascinating concept known as revenue per passenger. This is a metric that airports use to measure the average revenue generated from each passenger passing through their gates. Now, imagine the millions of passengers who travel each month. Each person contributes a certain amount to the airport's revenue, whether it's through parking fees, purchasing a book at the airport bookstore, grabbing a quick coffee before a flight, or even paying for that 5-minute drop-off. The average revenue per passenger often falls within a range of $5 to $30. Yes, you heard it right. That's how much you, as an individual, might contribute to an airport's coffers each time you travel. This is why every passenger, every coffee purchased, every parking ticket, and every book sold matters. Every passenger counts when it comes to an airport's revenue. Operating airports is indeed a lucrative business with multiple revenue streams. From takeoff and landing fees to gate rentals, selling coveted airline slots, and even the overpriced parking, airports have mastered the art of revenue generation. The seemingly innocuous coffee shop, the adverts that catch your eye, and the special events all contribute to a thriving business model. It's a world that thrives on the constant ebb and flow of passengers, and this lucrative dance shows no sign of slowing down. Thanks for watching and happy flight next time you go to the airport.